the Brooklyn vampire, Albert Fish. Welcome to The Most Evil, where we delve into the minds of history's most notorious serial killers. This is the haunting story of Albert Fish, the serial killer who tortured and murdered at least 3 children in 1920s New York. Fish's story is one of the darkest in criminal history. Albert Fish was born on May 19, 1870, in Washington, D.C., into a family plagued by mental illness. When Fish was 5 years old, his 75-year-old father passed away. His mother, unable to care for him and his 3 siblings, placed them in a state orphanage. This orphanage was marked by extreme brutality, where Fish experienced and even began to take pleasure in beatings and sadistic acts. Reflecting on his time there, Fish said, "I was there till I was nearly 9, and that's where I got started wrong." By 1880, his mother, now employed, removed him from the orphanage. With little formal education, Fish became more adept at manual labor. In 1898, he married and had 6 children, leading a seemingly ordinary life until 1917, when his wife left him for another man. This abandonment marked a significant turning point in Fish's life, setting the stage for his descent into criminality and his eventual infamy as a serial killer, rapist, and cannibal. Between July 1924 and June 1928, Fish committed at least 3 child murders. His victims were often lured away with promises of money or sweets. Fish's crimes were not just murders. They involved unimaginable acts of rape, torture, and cannibalism, highlighting the depth of his depravity. Fish's methods were both cunning and brutal. He meticulously planned his abductions. He chose people who were either mentally disabled or African American as his victims, later explaining that he assumed these people would not be missed when killed. Fish tortured, mutilated, and murdered young children with his implements of hell: a meat cleaver, a butcher knife, and a small handsaw. Fish's sadistic nature led him to derive pleasure from the suffering of his victims, and he often mutilated their bodies post-mortem. The investigation into Fish's crimes was complex and protracted. Police struggled to connect the seemingly random disappearances of children. It wasn't until the abduction and murder of Grace Budd in 1928 that significant breakthroughs were made. A letter sent to Grace's family by Fish provided crucial clues that eventually led to his capture. Albert Fish was apprehended on December 13, 1934, following an extensive manhunt. His capture was the result of meticulous detective work and the relentless pursuit of justice by the authorities. The investigation into Grace's disappearance went on for 6 years before a detective received a substantial break in the case. Tracing the paper the letter was written on eventually led police to a flop house where Fish was living. Fish was arrested and immediately confessed to killing Grace and other children. Fish, smiling as he described the grisly details of tortures and murders, appeared to the detectives as the devil himself. On March 11, 1935, Fish's trial began, and he pleaded innocent by reason of insanity. Despite the numerous psychiatrists who described Fish as insane, the jury found him sane and guilty after a 10-day trial. He was sentenced to die by electrocution. On January 16, 1936, Fish was electrocuted at Sing Sing Prison in Ossining, New York. Albert Fish was diagnosed with multiple psychiatric disorders, including sadism and masochism. His trial was a media sensation, shocking the nation with the revelations of his monstrous acts. His case has left a lasting impact on criminal psychology and remains a stark reminder of the depths of human depravity. Albert Fish's reign of terror may have ended with his execution, but his story continues to haunt us. It serves as a grim reminder of the importance of vigilance and the need to protect the most vulnerable among us.
If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on true crime and psychological analysis. Remember to stay vigilant, and until next time, stay safe.